Imagine a world where the fairy tales didn't end with happily ever after, but with the collapse of civilization and the rise of magic from the ruins. You are a part of a community trying to survive in a landscape where the old stories have become terrifyingly real, and the monsters under the bed are now hunting in the streets. But when you discover that the ashes of the old world hold the key to unlocking a new kind of power, you realize that survival isn't just about hiding, it's about rewriting the narrative. Welcome to Ashes, the second pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Claire Kent's Post-Apocalyptic Fairy Tales series. If you love dark fantasy tropes, magical realism, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist navigate a broken world through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral chill of post-apocalyptic survival with the profound wonder of reclaimed magic. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist facing the immediate aftermath of a magical catastrophe, thrusting them into a race against time to secure their community before the ancient evils fully awaken. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of burnt wood and ozone, the hum of latent mana, and the creeping dread of knowing that every shadow could hide a creature from a nightmare. Kent excels at capturing the psychological toll of living in a world where reality is malleable, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is not just death, but the loss of your soul to the story. The core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular reclaimed folklore trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about shooting guns, it's about understanding the complex ecology of the new magic, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and ancient traditions. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying, chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of post-apocalyptic fairy tales lies in its characters and the heavy burden of integrity. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that rewards ruthlessness. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates toward its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Ashes is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Claire Kent has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.